Hello, welcome to another video for Year 7 Maths. So here, still under the chapter percentage, but today's subtopic will be involving percentage involving two quantities. So basically, you have to remember the three steps here. So let's begin with the first example that you see here. Example number 1. Now, you can see here, example number 1, it asks you to express A, 450 meter as a percentage of 2 kilometers, and in part B, 70 cent as a percentage of $3.50. So here, it's not, you can check on the first step that you need is to change both quantities to the same unit before making a fraction. So here, in example number 1, you decide which one that you want to choose, but for me it's easier to make the bigger value to become the smaller value. So 2 kilometers is 1 kilometer is 1000 meters, so 2 kilometers means it is 2000 meters, right? So that's the first one. So next is you have to form a fraction. The smaller value is on the numerator over 2000 meter is the whole thing. So how are you going to convert this as a percentage is that you have to multiply the fraction by 100%. So this is from your previous lesson, right? So here just cancel the zeros, okay, by pairs, and you can see here you have 45 divided by 2. So here it's obvious that the 45 divided by 2 is 22.5%, right? So this means that 450 meter is 22.5% of 2 kilometers. So that's what this means, right? Now next is on part B, 70 cent as a percentage of $3.50. And you know that $1 is 100 cents. So here you have to multiply by 100 to get 350 cents. So here you form the fraction and then 70 over 350, and then you multiply this by 100%, right? Sorry for that. Let me just, okay. So that's the first one. Okay, now to cancel the zeros, say, all right, and then 7 out of 35 is 1 out of 5, right? So 100 divided by 5, it's obvious that it will be 20%. So that's for example number 1. Now, let's proceed to example number 2. Simple word problem here. In a class of 25 students, there are 10 boys. What percentage of the class are girls? So here you have to know the values first. So 25 students is the whole class, right? And a part of them, okay, so obviously you have boys and you have girls. So the question here is that you are asked about the percentage of the girl, but you know the boys. So it's obvious that the girls, the amount of girls in the class, how many girls are there is 25 minus 10. So you have 15, right? So using this value of 15, you are making a percentage. So 15 out of the whole student in the class is 25. So this one will be multiplied by 100%. So here you have to cancel some digits first. 100 divided by 25. Let me just do the shortcut. So 100 divided by 25 is 4, right? So you have 4, and then 15 times 4 is 60%. So you are saying that 60% of the class is girl. And what about the boys? It's obvious that a whole percentage is 100%. So the boys the boys made up 40% of the class, because here 100 minus 60% is 40%, right? Now let's proceed to example number 3. Now there are 25 fruits in a basket. So here is the whole thing. You have 25 fruits and 8 of them are mangoes. So the first question is A, what fraction of the fruit are mangoes? Okay, it asks about fractions only. So it's obvious that you have amount of mango is 8 and then the amount of fruit is 25, right? So you cannot make this into lowest term, so you leave it as 8 out of 25. Right, now let's move on to part B. What percentage of the fruit are not mangoes? So here you are asked about the percentage of non-mangoes. So you have the fraction just now. 8 out of 25 is mangoes. So what about not mangoes? So here it's obvious that you have to subtract 25 minus 8. So 25 minus 8 is the non-mangoes. You have 17, right? So 17, you are converting this into fraction. So 17 out of 25, and then you multiply by 100% to find the percentage. So here 25 and 100 is, this one is 1, and then 25 times 4 is 100. So here your answer will be 68%. So this is not mangoes. So if you subtract 100 by 68, you will get 32%, which is the mangoes, right? Okay, last but not least, the final example 4. Right, here, in the year 2002, the population of Brunei was 341,000, right? And then there were 105,710 people which is under 15 years old. So the question is asking you to express the number of people who were 15 years old and above as a percentage of the population of Brunei. So basically here you know that 341,000 is the whole population, right? And then it asks you about 15 years old and above. How many people are there under above 15 years old and 15 years old? So here, this is the under 15 years old. So to get the value of 15 years old and above, okay, 15 years old and above, you have to subtract the whole population first with the population under 15 years old, right? So you will have here, if you use your calculator, you can straight away get 235,290 people. Now, what you're going to do with this value is that you have to express as a percentage. So to express as a percentage, you have to do this. 235,290, which is the amount of people who were 15 years old and above, over the whole population is 341,000, and you have to multiply this by 100%. So here, if you cancel the numbers, one pair, and then this is another pair, so you will straight away get 69%. So the remaining percentage will be the people under 15 years old. 69% is the percentage of people who were 15 years old and above. So I think that's it for the topic for today. I hope that it can help you to do and understand the percentage involving two quantities. Right, thank you very much and see you again.